I want to set out and discover if I have what it takes to become a chef. And if you actually put the time and effort into something, is anybody able to become a chef? I was once told a rumour that you need around 10,000 hours of experience to better yourself at a skill or a hobby. 10,000 hours roughly calculates to about 3 hours a day for 10 whole years. That's a lot of time and effort to put into something that you want to become better at. But with an already semi-basic skill set in my back pocket, I believe that I can cut down that time frame. And down an internet rabbit hole I went. Honestly, researched for hours and I had no idea where I was going to start. And then the realisation sank in. I knew the exact place I was going to start. Being a waitress means that I am constantly around food every day, and those who actually cook for a living. Bearing that in mind, I decided that the best way to start my journey would be to actually head over to my work and talk to a couple of my colleagues.
Yes, my name is Przemysław Paweł Niżnik. I work from Bill's restaurant in the Lewis. If you focus and give many time of that, many hours your life, yes, anybody can learn everything. This means never problem about that. But you must first you must love this job and sacrifice something. If you choose start job house chef, you need it. Initially, you need to have some knowledge, because how you can cook something if you don't have knowledge? Of course, you can learn everything, but if you don't have any knowledge about products, allergies and something, that is very hard for make that job. Yeah, you have mental breakdown.
Be good at mental breakdowns.
Yeah, I can be normal person to be work in the kitchen. If you don't have patience about cooking, you will never be good chef. You must love that. You must like that. You feel confidence any job we give you better. Yes, this means doesn't matter you are chef. If you feel confidence what you're doing, of course your life be easy and your work be easy. On the cooking, you have more focus on the details and everything. You know, example in different you cook, different way you cook fish, different way you cook chicken, different way cook beef and everything. And if you're cooking properly, you must know everything, time and everything of that temperature and everything. Any chef can be good, but as well you must think what type chef you want. If you want to be chef, you must like that. This is easy things, because if you don't like be doing that, faster or later you start hate that job.
Very interesting words from Przemek, but I was still left wondering where I should even begin. So after going to my work and getting a couple insightful words from Przemek, I decided that the best next course of action would be for me to reach out to other people in the industry and see if I can get some more opinions and build up a general idea of what I want to achieve during this. So with a couple of words from a couple of people, I managed to get in contact with a guy named David Carter. I mean, just have a look at what he's managed to achieve. With that in mind, I'm now going to sit down on a Teams call with him and see if he's got a couple words of experience or just advice in general that I can take and help with me on my journey.
It's much more impressive, I think, if somebody's got the sort of street knowledge and the book knowledge. Really passionate about this industry, don't bother. It's not going to pay you like other industries. It's not going to, the road is not going to be as enjoyable. You've got to do this with your whole heart. And if you don't do it with your whole heart, don't do it at all. You know, it's all about being humble of what you're good at, what you're not good at. You got to have passion for it, number one, right? And if you have that and your right attitude and willing to graft, then the skills can definitely be taught. Somebody that's good at a lot of things is not very good at any one thing. So think of that for a minute. Like the best footballer is not necessarily good at golf. You know, the best person that's probably good at golf is probably pretty good at football as well. So I think some of the most talented chefs understand one thing really, really well. Talking is easy. It's actually doing it and applying it is hard. And that's a discipline, right? And I think if you've got the heart for it and you're pretty resilient, that you're not going to give yourself too hard of a time if it flops and the cake doesn't rise and all that sort of shit. Yeah. You're going to learn from that, then great. So I think No, I think you having the passion, but more important than the passion is actually the ability to get off the sofa and actually do it is impressive.
David and Shamek's insightful words really helped me push through the difficulties that I went through during this whole process. I mean, pushing yourself to try and outdo a pretty set in stone number proved to be quite difficult. But the results are in, and I can say, yeah, it definitely takes 10,000 hours, if not more. Learning was a massive part of this process, pushing myself to try and do new things like piping, for example. But the learning is actually what made me realise that this number was impossible to cut short down on. There is always something new to learn before you can completely master something. There is a reason that a master is years in training before they can actually become the best possible version of themselves. Being a chef is definitely no easy feat, but I actually can't wait for the next new thing that I'm going to learn.